Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I'd like to discuss something which you are going to think is a joke. However, after checking, I have been satisfied that the source is not from The Onion or even the Daily Star. I regret to inform you that this is very real news. Liz Truss, she who was forced to surrender in the lettuce wars of 2022, has decided that what she needs to resurrect her political career is, as Donald Trump supposed a few years ago, her own social media platform. So Truss says she's launching her own social media platform. And yes, this is a real thing. But first, for daily news and commentary, please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. So, okay, we've had another little change to the schedule. This is not what I was intended to talk about at this point. But anyway, at least it's bringing the focus back to our own British lunatics. Liz Truss has clearly decided that far-right incels running some of the largest social media platforms isn't good enough. She's still been mercilessly pilloried on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm not sure anyone even uses Threads, but I'm going to guess she doesn't get great press there either. So, looking towards Donald Trump's example, she has decided that having her own social media platform is the very thing to do. From what she says, we're basically going to get another, presumably way more cringe, Truth Social. Only, there are a few things to say about this. First, she obviously didn't learn any actual lessons from Truth Social, namely that it was a failure. Okay, yeah, it made Trump money, but it didn't serve the stated purpose of bypassing critical analysis of his nonsense. This is why Musk had to buy Twitter, because Truth Social failed in its primary goal. What the head cases liked about Twitter was upsetting liberals on the platform. Truth Social was only ever going to be inhabited by MAGA weirdos, with a few people lurking there to report back on what was being said without actually engaging. So the potential for trolling on the platform was basically zero. So what were the sad losers who support Trump supposed to do with it, other than have access to his daily sermons? In fact, that's what Truth Social ultimately became, isn't it? The pulpit for the Church of Trumpism. Of no use for pushing messages to ordinary voters. So Musk bought Twitter and co-opted it for that purpose because Truth Social wasn't working. And the same would be true of this new venture that Truss is supposedly promoting. With the added downside, she will not even attract the incels to the platform. So what is the point? I imagine others will be in on it as well, of course. The idea that Truss could actually organise and launch a social media platform is for the birds. It will really be the brainchild of the people who still insist on funding her nonsense. I wonder if it'll be called IEA Social. Interestingly, I see that the news was announced at a meeting in Bedford. Now, this is where the Universal Studios are building their new theme park, isn't it? Where people paid, I couldn't believe this, people at that meeting paid up to £1,000 to listen to her speak, which I find remarkable. I've said it before, I get that there are people who want to promote the sort of economic vandalism which Truss was about to unleash before being beaten in that duel to the death with the lettuce. And a lot of these people have got a lot of money, right? It's worth it. Truss's economic policies are very valuable to these people. So they will absolutely spend money on promoting these ideas, right? But given that Truss, despite constantly going to America, is completely unknown there, and only marginally more popular than Vladimir Putin in Britain, I really don't know why these people want her to be the face of their campaign. Why are they funding her? Brands usually pay hand over fist to attract popular stars to endorse their product. The idea that these guys are paying for someone who is deeply unpopular to do so seems to be counter to what limited wisdom I have about marketing. As for her social media platform idea, if we can call it that, she says it will launch this summer. It's not made clear in the article reporting on her rambling why she thinks a social media platform will help her. She's claimed that the media don't report the news in the way she would like. They haven't explained how a new social media platform will change that. Unless, of course, she's claiming that her platform will not allow free speech and will heavily promote a particular way of expressing views. Because if you had a problem with the way the media report the news, I have lots of problems with the way they report the news, you would just launch your own alternative, wouldn't you? You know, Truss could launch her own, like, you know, newspaper or YouTube channel in order to present the news from her perspective. A social media platform is supposed to be a way for different people to air their views and thoughts and, you know, cat pictures. But her statements, as reported in the article I read, made it clear that this venture will exist to present specific perspectives and block out other perspectives. It's not there to allow for the sharing of different views. In fact, the way she's presenting this, I'm actually wondering if it will be a social media platform at all. Because it sounds to me, and you let me know in the comments below, I'll link the article, of course. It sounds to me like what she's wanting to use it for is a way to coordinate ground troops for campaigns. Maybe she'll be hoping that Reform UK will get in on it or something. I don't know. In terms of what she says she wants to do with it, I'm reading this and I'm thinking, I don't think she's going to create a social media platform. That's what she's saying. I'm not sure this is actually going to be a social media platform. Do you know what I think it's going to be? I think she's making a Discord channel. Maybe that's actually what she's planning to do. After all, where is she going to get the money to build an actual social media platform? Because that's what this is, isn't it? I'm thinking to herself, so it's supposed to be coming out this summer. I'm thinking that when it gets launched, she's just going to announce, oh, here it is, go to this link and you'll go there. Oh, this is Discord. I can't wait to see how hard this fails this summer, really. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you would like to support the channel further, you can click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.